Have you ever heard someone call Vietnam one of the most sinful countries in the world? Sounds crazy, right? When people think of Vietnam, they usually imagine war history or streets packed with motorbikes. But behind that cliché image, there's a hidden reality that will blow your mind. Today, we're diving deep into the real life of Vietnam in 2025, a country full of contradictions, pleasures, restrictions, and things that have led some people to label it as the most sinful nation. First, let's start with something shocking. Vietnam, with over 100 million people, is one of the fastest growing economies in Asia. Skyscrapers are rising, luxury coffee shops are on every corner, and the nightlife in Ho Chi Minh City is electric. But that's only one side of the story, because in those same streets, you'll find phenomena no travel guide will ever tell you about. Let's talk about one of the most common habits: smoking. Vietnam has one of the highest tobacco consumption rates in Asia. Everywhere you go, men are puffing cigarettes. For some, it's just social tradition. But when you look at the health stats, it becomes what many call a national sin. And what about drinking? You might think Thailand or South Korea top the charts, but nope. Vietnam is ranked among the world's biggest beer consumers for years. Believe it or not, the average Vietnamese drinks more than 40 liters of beer every year. And it's not just expensive imports. The famous Bia Hoi, the fresh local beer, is dirt cheap, found everywhere, and enjoyed in endless street gatherings. It's fun, it's tasty, but it also fuels the idea that Vietnam is a paradise of little sins. Now here's where things get really wild: nightlife. On paper, Vietnam is a communist country with strict rules. But step out at midnight in Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi, and you'll discover a completely different world. Underground clubs, booming music, late-night bars, the party doesn't stop till morning. This is the ultimate contradiction. A nation that preaches discipline by day but dances until sunrise by night. But wait, not everything is free-spirited. Behind the flashing lights lies a deeply traditional society. Families still hold tight to old values, and many things that are normal in the West remain taboo here. It's this collision of tradition versus modern pleasure that fuels Vietnam's reputation as a sinful country. And let's not forget the motorcycles. You might be asking, what does riding a bike have to do with sin? But in Vietnam, there are over 60 million motorbikes. The streets are pure chaos. Traffic laws, often ignored. Accidents, an everyday occurrence. For many foreigners, driving here feels like committing a crime against humanity. Now let's talk food. Yes, Vietnamese cuisine is world famous. The legendary pho, the crunchy banh mi, the fresh spring rolls. Delicious. But alongside these dishes are foods that outsiders would call culinary sins. Meals made with animals considered taboo in many countries. This is where cultural differences hit hardest. So here's the big question. Is Vietnam really the most sinful country in the world? Or is it just misunderstood? The truth is, Vietnam is full of contradictions. On one hand, it's a family-oriented society with traditional morals. On the other, it's bursting with energy, controversial habits, and a nightlife that shocks even the most adventurous travelers. Maybe that's why it gets the label sinful. Not because it truly is, but because it refuses to fit into anyone's box. So next time someone tells you Vietnam is the country of sin, just smile and say, it's not about sin at all. It's about unpredictability. A country that mixes tradition, history, and modern life in a way you'll never forget. And that's the real secret of Vietnam. Vietnam, a land of breathtaking landscapes and rich culture, unfolds like a vibrant tapestry, beckoning travelers to explore its treasures. Towering limestone cliffs rise majestically from the emerald waters of Ha Long Bay, while the bustling streets of Ho Chi Minh City pulse with energy and vitality. Each corner of this enchanting country tells a story, woven together by a shared history and vibrant traditions. As you journey through the lush green terraced rice fields of Sapa, the cool mountain air brushes against your skin, refreshing and invigorating. Local hill tribes, adorned in colorful traditional attire, go about their daily lives, awakening a sense of cultural connection. The aroma of freshly harvested rice fills the air, painting a picturesque scene that embodies the agricultural heart of Vietnam. Several small villages offer insights into ways of life that have remained unchanged for generations. creating a contrast against the urban landscapes of the cities. A visit to the ancient town of Hoi An feels like stepping back in time. The soft golden glow of lanterns illuminates narrow streets as bicycles pass by, adding a gentle rhythm to the evening. Stroll along the riverside where shopkeepers showcase intricate handicrafts and traditional silk garments. The local cuisine, a celebration of flavors, invites you to indulge in bowl after bowl of steaming pho, showcasing the depth of Vietnamese culinary artistry. These flavors, fresh herbs and spices dancing on the palate, review food as another form of art. In the heart of the capital, Hanoi, the charm of history meets the pulse of modern life. Amidst lively cafes and bustling markets, the iconic Hoan Kiem Lake serves as a serene escape. Here, the stillness contrasts with the lively surrounding streets filled with vendors and pedestrians. The rich tapestry of Vietnam's history unfolds further as you visit historic sites, from the ancient temples to the sobering War Museum, allowing for contemplation and understanding of the past. As you venture south, the Mekong Delta, with its winding waterways and vibrant floating markets, offers a glimpse into the daily lives of the locals. Colorful boats laden with fruits and vegetables navigate the rivers, where life flows with the rhythm of the water. The warm smiles and friendly waves from the local farmers evoke a sense of connection to this beautiful, diverse land. Vietnam is more than just a destination. It is a journey of discovery and connection, a harmonious blend of past and present that invites you to explore its depths. With its welcoming people, breathtaking landscapes, and rich culture, Vietnam remains etched in the hearts of those who are fortunate to experience its wonders. Vietnam, a vibrant country known for its lush landscapes and rich culture, faces the dual challenge of its unpredictable weather and an evolving economy. Understanding the intricacies of the weather patterns in Vietnam is crucial, as its tropical climate, characterized by distinct wet and dry seasons, significantly influences agricultural productivity, a cornerstone of the Vietnamese economy. Farmers rely heavily on the monsoon rains to nourish rice paddy fields, while the dry season is critical for harvesting and preparing for the next planting cycle. However, climate change has disrupted these traditional patterns, leading to erratic rainfall and extreme temperatures that jeopardize crop yields. As the backbone of Vietnam's economy, agriculture employs a substantial portion of the population. This sector's vulnerability to adverse weather events can result in lower harvests, increased food prices, and diminished livelihoods for countless families. For instance, in recent years, droughts and flooding have wreaked havoc on rice production, the country's primary food source, causing ripple effects throughout the economy. The struggle for farmers to adapt to these changes has sparked an urgent call for innovative farming practices and infrastructure improvements to enhance resilience against weather extremes. Furthermore, the effects of weather on the economy are not limited to agriculture. Tourism, a fast-growing industry in Vietnam, is also affected by climatic conditions. The picturesque beaches and stunning natural landscapes draw millions of visitors each year, but an increase in typhoons and heavy rains can deter tourists, impacting hotel bookings and local businesses. In recent seasons, severe weather events have led to significant drops in visitor numbers, challenging the potential revenue streams of cities like Da Nang and Nha Trang. This highlights the need for strategic planning that considers weather trends in tourism conservation and marketing efforts. To address the dual challenges posed by weather and economic growth, Vietnam is increasingly investing in technology and sustainable practices. Initiatives aimed at improving irrigation systems, adopting climate-resilient crop varieties, and developing early warning systems for natural disasters are being prioritized. Additionally, collaborations between the government, local communities, and international organizations are essential in creating comprehensive policies that mitigate the adverse effects of climate change while promoting economic development. As Vietnam continues its journey towards modernization, striking a harmony between environmental sustainability and economic resilience will be key to its future prosperity.